Kamalja Singh Bakshi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And
point of order, I apologise to the member, I didn't.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave of the House to make a correction to an answer in question time today.
Is there any objection to that? Yes. There is objection. Kamalja. Can I? But I will ask the member to sit down. I just want to remind members that it is extremely unusual to deny leave to a member to make a personal explanation for the purposes of making a correction. It is the right of any member to do so, but what it does is effectively leave on the record incorrect statements. And I will also remind members that it is a gross abuse of the correction system to use it for any political purposes.
That's not the intent.
Now, I am going to put the leave again. Members do have the right to turn it down. Is there any objection to Nick Smith making a personal explanation in order to correct an answer? There is. Kamalja Singh Bakshi.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. To speak on the final stages of drug and alcohol testing of community-based offenders and Bailees legislation bill. Before I continue with my contribution, I think the member who has objected to the personal explanation, I think he should go and get the testing done. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the bill was to amend Bails Act 2002, the Sentencing Act 2002, and Sentencing Act 2002, and the Parole Act 2002 to enable the Department of Correction and the police to require community-based offenders and Bailees who are subject to the condition of prohibiting the use of drug or alcohol to undergo drug and alcohol testing. Mr. Speaker, we know that drugs and alcohol are one of the biggest contributors of crime in our country. 2/3 of the prisoners have substance of abuse problem, and half of the crimes are committed under the influence of drug or alcohol. Often this is a major factor in reoffending also. Mr. Speaker, we need to understand that we have to give the tools to the corrections and to the police who want to ensure that our community and our people are safe at their home, at their businesses, and their community places. Mr. Speaker, there was a limitation of this law. The police and correction staff were trying to ensure that offenders and the Bailees comply with the drug and alcohol condition, but they were limited in what they can do and what they cannot do. That was a big problem, and that is why this bill was introduced, and I think we should congratulate the Minister for the leadership, and also I would like to thank all the members of the Select Committee who contributed during the Select Committee process, and to the officials also. Mr. Speaker, the bill establishes a legislative basis for testing and monitoring of the Bailees and community-based offenders with the drug or alcohol condition. It requires all the Bailees and community-based offenders who are subject to the drug and alcohol abstinence condition imposed by the court or parole board to undergo alcohol or drug testing or to submit to the continuous monitoring if directed by police and Department of Correction. Here, Mr. Speaker, I would also clarify that the chief executives of correction and police have to publish the rules, how these rules can be implemented on case-to-case basis. And it is very important for us to understand that these rules are set in a way that nobody is abused while they are being tested or while they are being asked to come for the compliance. Mr. Speaker, this bill also establishes following principles like testing should not be more than intrusive than is reasonably necessary to ensure the compliance with the drug and alcohol condition. That is important because we don't want that people should be abused or the Bailees or the prisoners in the prison are abused. Mr. Speaker, it is another step to ensure the safety of our community, and I commend this bill to the House.